Welcome to this edition of Writer Groupie. Well, you guys, we're back and we're still free, and I'm all excited. So jump on in here and listen to this edition. I got some great stuff to share today. I know you can't wait to hear it. Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to this happy sunny December morn. It's Monday, and I'm just a little bit off schedule with my recording for you guys. I don't know, it's just been weird. I feel like I've been hibernating. I've been getting a lack of sleep at night and catching up during the day, and so a lot of things have been shoved to the wayside, as it were. So I'm back on track starting today. I will try and get a podcast out to you every week, at least on maybe Thursdays and Fridays. Today will be the exception. And the reason that I'm doing it today is because I have something to say. Y'all, I went out to check on my books because I'm working on some promotions, and Amazon has paperbacks, my paperbacks, for sale at ridiculous prices. And I went out and Googled to find out why this is happening, and I really think that it has to do with the people selling it. First of all, if they're selling it secondhand, I'm not getting any royalties for it, and that's not a good thing. But there's always going to be somebody selling stuff used, and you know, if you're a reader and that, you know, you find a book that's used or out of print, and you know, you decide to buy that at that terrible, awful, ridiculous price, well, good on you. But for us, you know, indie authors, gosh, you know, we need to know really who's got our out of print books or used books and who's selling them, because it shows up on our pages in just weird ways. I mean, when somebody goes out and sees your book out there for sale for $50 or higher, I mean, there's some out there for over $1,000. It really makes people raise their eyebrows and say, what in the world is wrong with this author? Why do they think their stuff is so good? Well, let me tell you, it's not the author. It's more like Amazon, and it's really the seller. And the seller is not the author, I can guarantee you that. But some of the things that cause these things to happen are scams. You know, there's all manner of ebook piracy out there. And people, you know, leaving nasty book reviews and stuff like that. It's all a scam. And so you really got to be careful and remember that there's a lot of people out there running scams, flipping books. They go out and they decide to be a seller, and they buy all kinds of books and they sell them used, and they charge just ridiculous prices. And that's a business for them. So they're, first of all, selling books without our permission. And second of all, they're selling them used, so we're not getting any royalties whatsoever. And, you know, it's kind of like, be careful. You know, I'm just trying to give a little PDA here, public service announcement, PSA. Don't spend your money unwisely. Think about what you're buying. If you click around long enough and look for the paperback version of my book, you're going to find it at a fairly reasonable price, because I have really been hard at work to put my pricing, you know, at legitimate cost, because I don't want for anybody to spend a lot of money on a book. I mean, if you don't like it, then you spent money that you will regret spending. And you know, we all have buyer's regret sometimes. Well, anyway, as I have gone on and done the research about this whole mess, I found out that there's nothing the authors can do. This is a legitimate business practice of Amazon to allow people to become sellers, and they can buy used books, and they can buy new books, and they can do whatever they want to and resell them. That's just the way it is, baby. But it hurts my heart to know that somebody might pay $30 for a book that wasn't even $5. You know, I mean, be smart, people. Be smart. It's your money. Keep it in your pocket, or you know. And let me just say this also. I have decided that, and this is in the giving spirit, isn't it? This is December, right? It's Christmas time. If anybody wants a paperback version of one of my books, contact me and I will send you a paperback version, autographed, whatever way you would like to have it autographed. We can figure out payment arrangements at another time, because everybody's stuck at home and a lot of people are looking for new books to read, and I would love to put one of mine into your hands. So bear that in mind. I am a very generous person. I'm not out to make a living on selling my books, although I really wish that I could. But if I send you a free paperback autographed version, I would love it if you would go out and give me a review. That would be the best way you could pay me, because reviews sell books, and that's the most important thing to me right now. Okay, so I got that off my chest. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I think a lot of people who do this high-priced $2,000 book stuff is really just counting on a person to be in a hurry, maybe doing the purchase on their phone, and somebody to accidentally click that one-click purchase. There's a button that says one-click purchase. If you click that button, even accidentally, you're paying $2,000 for that book. And that's going to be something that's going to be very, very hard for you to argue. It's going to be very, very hard for you to get your credit card company to give you that money back. So, like I said, buyer beware. Y'all think about what you're doing when you're out there, especially this season. Christmas is the time to get scammed. I cannot tell you how many spam phone calls and emails and text messages I get on a daily basis. It's just annoying as all get out, because none of us has time for that mess. But there you go. This is life with electronic stuff. Books that are electronic, emails are electronic, websites are electronic, and everything we do on the internet is being tracked by somebody, via cookies. If you have cookies enabled, like you'll go to all these sites now and this thing will come up and say that we have cookies, do you allow it? And you say yes. Well, guess what? They're putting a cookie on your computer and they're tracking you. And everything that you go out and look at from then on, pretty soon you're going to get some kind of a promotion for that very thing. Like, say you went to a website that had cookies that they wanted you to enable and you were purchasing a new mattress. And you just looked, you just browsed, you didn't really purchase the mattress. Trust me, in just a little while, and it may even be in the same hour, when I say little while, you're going to start getting emails and stuff pop up in all your social media feeds trying to sell you mattresses. If you don't believe me, test it out, try it out. Go to a site, click on allow cookies, and see how quick they send you some stuff. It is amazing how fast things work on the internet. So, having said all that, let me get to my news. I'm doing my news last today because that was on my heart, and it bothers me. I wouldn't want for somebody to go out and see my Amazon page and say, oh my gosh, why is her pricing so high? So please, please, please click around and find the real price of the paperback. Okay, so in my news, I keep saying I'm going to send out a newsletter to all my newsletter subscribers, and I have yet to do it. That is on my list. I promise you, before this year expires, there will be a newsletter going out to all my subscribers. So if you're a subscriber to the Zanies, first of all, thank you. I love my subscribers. I really do. You guys are fantastic. And I want to serve you. I want to send you a newsletter. I want to offer special deals to you. I want for you to get the news first before anybody else does. And so I have not been very good about that this year of a pandemic and health crises and just all that kind of stuff. I haven't had the energy or the time or the mental acuity to do it. But next year, 2021, mark your calendars, because there's going to be things happening at Kim Smith Author and Writer Groupie. If you haven't bookmarked my sites, please do that. KimSmithAuthor.com, that's my writing site, my book site, and WriterGroupie.net is my podcast site, and I'm working really hard to get my podcast out there. I'm using Twitter and Facebook and things like that, as well as this gets uploaded to iTunes, and it gets uploaded to Stitcher and some other places. So you will be able to find Writer Groupie, and I'm hoping to be able to do more of this. I'm hoping to be able to get my YouTube channel working again. But, everything in good time. The most important thing is I am writing. There's going to be books coming out next year, so all of y'all can just look forward to that. I've got a serial small town family saga / romance type of book and series coming in 2021. The first book should be out very, very soon. I'm almost finished with the second draft. Then I'm going to have an editor to look it over, and then I'm going to do the proofreading, and then it'll be ready. I have found so many great covers that will go with this book and this series that I'm just really excited about it. Also, my young adult fantasy is in the hands of an editor, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the different things that we're going to do with that one. I believe that one may be going on submission, you guys. I'm looking forward to it. I've not done any kind of submitting to New York Publishing in a very long time, but I feel like that this book is worthy. I think that this book is one that will be very timely. I think that it's the kind of book that every reader out there who reads fantasy is looking forward to having. And time will tell as to whether it goes, the traditional route or the indie route. I'm not going to leave it linger forever. I'll just say that, because it was a very difficult book to write. It's a very long book. It's a full-length young adult fantasy. So keep that in mind. It's coming. And then, I've got to finish up the next Shannon Wallace book. I'm going to be doing a lot of promotion on the Shannon Wallace series in days to come, because I want to get interest pulled back in for that series, because the new book will be the fourth book in the series, and people are going to want to, they're going to want to be reading the whole series book to book to book to book. So I have so many things that I'm doing, and so many irons and so many fires, not to mention, I'm still looking for a job. So who knows what 2021 will hold, but we're waning. We're in mid-December now, so 2021 is looming. And if y'all are looking for some great ideas for planners and things like that to usher in the new year with a new organizational system, then hang on, because I'm going to be having a blog post about that very, very soon. And I hope that you will go out and find all of the things that I offer, and maybe, beef up your collection of books and beef up your collection of organizational items, because that's something that I've done. Started journaling and keeping a planner and things like that, and it has really changed my life. It's really, really helped me, and I think it will you too. If you haven't tried it, try it. And be sure and drop me a line and let me know how it's working for you. In fact, feel free to contact me through any of my sites and just say hi. I would love to know who's listening to the podcast and who's reading the blog. I would just love it. So if you want to do that, please do so today. And you can look forward to another podcast coming soon. Until then, see you later. Thanks for listening to this edition of Writer Groupie. If you want to find out more about Writer Groupie, you can go to www.writergroupie.net. There's all kinds of stuff out there about Writer Groupie. Till next time, this is me, signing out.